Today is day 302 of the podcast, and I want to pick up in the middle of a prayer that Jesus prays for us in John 17:21. He prays that we may all be one, even as thou, Father, art in me, and I in thee, that they also may be in us, that the world may believe that thou didst send me. You know, orphans see the world through a different lens than sons do. Orphans live with an underlying sense of abandonment, forfeiting a sense of well-being that comes from a secure home life. Rather than a deep-seated ability to trust others and believe for good, orphans tend to view life from a position of being their own provider and their own protector. Jesus came into the world as a seed. He came in as a promised son for the line of David. And so he came and he lived amongst us to model the difference between how a son lives and how a slave lives, how an orphan lives. He lived among us as one who was well acquainted with betrayal and rejection and abandonment, but he endured knowing who he belonged to. Ultimately, he's not from here. This is not his home. He knew who he belonged to. So having put on flesh, he lived with his Father in the same manner on earth that he has provided for us to live with his Father. He's invited us to experience the rest of our days on earth, not as an orphan, but living in the same manner with the Heavenly Father as our Father, and step into a level of rest that comes to us when we enter into a relationship of sonship. His oneness with the Father was sustained as he lived from the one who was filling him with his life and purposes. Today's question: is there any condition or situation in your past that has robbed you of a sense of well-being and belonging?